edoso nsem no so nyama bebre na ekoso si say ye free Ghana hanum say ya ye bekwa kopie mu wo Brazil na obebusa say Brazil de na ekoso me obi amete Brazil the first thing that comes to my mind no football sak o mind we share mu acha so mutumi share oyopo ma age ho but Brazil and they are in the news because of a former president. And a former president, the money I was saying, they see, then they cost so near the idea. And here, Banny say, former president, no, dear, ye jail, no, ya sentence, no. What is his crime? How many years? Any year sentence, no. A dear in power, they see what really went on, what really went wrong. A dear, they see. In one update, Enyina Ewaha. Chris, former president of Brazil, say they sitting in home akwa abain edin nkaba egunensa bone ben enowedi.
Yes, former president of Brazil, Bolsonaro, Eduardo Bolsonaro, the one who came as a yachino, I mean, ya jailing for 27 years. And tia ebe training say. There are some other cases a bit me president na come one he cry for life.
Wow.
So this is what is coming from a former president Bolsonaro of Brazil.
Wow.
And in Brazil former Bakosemo, he's the first ever president where free swap yacheno And we all know, say, this president, he has a very deep ally with President Trump.
Okay.
And in some day, maybe every honoma, abeto ejaso.
Okay. Charges being any the board no a day putting NYA.
Okay, in 2022, in Brazil elections.
Okay.
Emma President Luis da Silva, yes, Owini Eji Owini no na president that time Bolsonaro na ontiase oni na chitai for no mo so omonje abato no ntum. Fast forward omo ye minka say riots bebre.
Okay.
Omo ye I mean a lot of demonstrations Emma the most important buildings and as a places Brazil the presidential palace they went the parliament house. And so Omokohoma, the judicial Supreme Court, Hanso Mokohon, Cossessa, Nema Bebre. Emma actually, President Isa Twa, so Senka, former military people, Ombe Kambum, as a recruitee, Omom currently, Omodaso, military Nimuno, Ombe Kambum, then Koma coup. Into the very first the Bono was an attempted coup.
Wow.
Yes. So that is one of them. And another charge I had the born also democracy, which we try democracy because we have duly elected a president, but you are trying to find ways and means back to a power. Charge back also I had a born Supreme Court judge, and I said penny. And if I say be a chief justice, as at that time, new president Luis da Silva Betusono. Ebesi so no person mo fa kwan bia so nenko omu enye den enyi ne mfiri ho nti sa this president he's facing about 5 charges they are bonus say the current judgment aba no 27 years plus and idea mana or the echo efiase
na say he had about 5 charges
yes.
Oh wow, this is very sad. Now and somebody there we see said that a lot is happening on social screens and so this is a reportage if we Al Jazeera and Eba internet say it's all talking about Brazil former president and arrest that fe yasa so a charge no na ya convicted no and hunsem eno omo eka into was say Brazil's president Luis Inacio Lula da Silva has dismissed criticism from the United States over the conviction of the country's former leader, Jair Bolsonaro, on coup charges. International to say and some ne koso is something is there an accusation on Louis that as a washeda and our convicted former president?
Yes. So from the United States, what President Trump can say, he said this is some kind of a witch hunt, and omode ebo no ankasa na damfo Bolsonaro, because on tiase because on any situation or here, President Trump was could be muda. The same thing happened with President Trump. Free so no. They tried to, some now modern court, but he was able to find his way out. And I don't know if we have the video, probably we'll go back and watch when President Bolsonaro in call for Omutusi Montenswa as of 2023. Now, yes, our protest. No, I don't know if we have that video. We can go and watch that video. Then the next video we can also watch is the one with President Trump. Trying to, unconscious Luis da Silva, the current president of Brazil, said what they are doing is a typical witch hunt and Bolsonaro, because someone comes out to sharing displeasure about what went on. In Kenya, if we have that.
People are trying to drag our former president into it, and also
yes, and he said the medical kind. President Bolsonaro, he was a very good ally with President Donald Trump.
Okay.
And see, the very first time started say because as of before at the jail, but he was on house arrest. He was just in his house.
Okay.
Sometime depending on so original bonting, if you know as house arrest, some pictures of him at the bar bonting. And see, what President Donald Trump was also saying about it. After conviction, a man house arrest in England, President Trump came out and ordered 50% tariffs. Trade tariffs at the two Brazil for so. All this was to make them feel say it was President Bolsonaro and all of a sudden this 50% tariffs is going to affect the Brazilians. And it was just an effort to push the government. So charges now. So that was the kind of ally now only President Trump was. So President Trump was asked, say what? So we're down for they say I actually am on 27 years. No, okay, say only the court trade agreements. He knows how firm he is. He wants the best for Brazilians, but until say all of a sudden, they are witch hunting him, or letting me a prosecuting and I say, or more adding a judgment about 27 years. What we have on our screens here. The events in the Brazilian capital echoed the storming of the U.S. Capitol by Trump's supporters on January 6th, 2021. This has some kind of okay, so this is what is currently going on. The chair said yes. In as much as Donald Trump is supporting in England, people also have the views there. Why you born and I chill? And see, I was saying your cost on heading, you prosecute you not say you do better man, you do what to. And this is what is also raising so many and some about. That's how you come Hagana. Say, so many appointees. Even the past president said, "Bibi will hold and say why we have to go into it and said they will go back and then I mean some of these things it raised a lot of eyebrows with a younger say Ghana, and I see it is a some people are cutting deals a bet me actually say a bet me out scot free any day.
Okay.
But we can see what is happening in other countries are we on your point you. He's a whole president and I yet me actually ya convicted. I mean yamano this jail sentence so yes, this is what is happening in Brazil with their former presidents being jailed for 27 years plus.
Well, na say it leaves us to the fact say the Ghana phobi no more call say President Akufo-Addo cannot walk a free man because ebinum crass cite examples with the National Cathedral near there say Sikasem, but the last time we heard the president John Dramani Mahama say they are still doing audit into the cathedral in Sensemnia there. So that means say niema bakum ye nubi ekoso na ye investigations ni who say our president, our former president ne hubo mu kakra dia. Then as an example Brazil for we should expect seeing from President Mahama and the administration dealing with the former president.
Yes, I mean unze enye sesiye ya nsem eboboba say I want for try so mo beboa omonamfofo mo the opposition party ni mu sesiye ya.
Okay.
And can we still have that kind of trust say because nsem no be ko bebe nyina president ho na ekọ. There is the president that agrees to certain things say ebe back into being.
Okay.
Say you should from appointees no because cathedral yasemi it is huge money. Do you understand? And I mean yes, it happened. There were so many breaches. The last man standing is the president who agrees to some of these payments to be done. Yes, the financial minister is there, the finance minister is there. I mean, say how this, especially the National Cathedral, President Anga Sababa and say, yes, so see this kind of edifice in Ghana. I mean, no one is above the law, said the Yenina AC canon. And see, it is happening somewhere. That is the first time in Brazil they are convicted a former president. It can also happen in Ghana. So if you show someone, if it is supposed to happen like this, I mean,
it can also happen. And
no, because this morning I was hearing, say there's a whole lot going on.
Okay.
Yenti. And I bet will be as
a Ghana police, no?
Because evidences are scattered. I will say evidence no. But na down for be and then the former government in the see and who ya ba asem. What I say in who ya ba asem no. Ma menye fast na menye the military transition. And the people are covering up and it is making the work very difficult. He stated it straight that people are under pressure. And the pressure now they are under no, it is being caused by Omwangasa Hunipa or more party. Because these people are trying as much as possible there. I mean, so their people can walk freely. But yes, now Akufo-Addo's former president Akufo-Addo's now appointees are being, I mean, they are under investigation. If only say people will be allowed to work and work diligently, it say gradually it will get there, and whoever is part of this, I mean, they will all be convicted.
Wow. The last time I move to our next story, do you think Mahama is somebody